see. Well, let me see the rest of my friends. What? This don't make sense. Why can't I see the rest of my people to share it to, though? What the fuck is this? TikTok on some bullshit. How is they limiting who all I can share to? That's fucking crazy. That shit got me zoned out. And why do it seem like it's kind of blurry? Like, greetings, everybody. Are you ready to exit the matrix? So now, everybody offline now that I started the live, huh? What's all going on? Facts over feelings. Your mission is to save your soul from recycling back into the third dimensions. Are you ready to exit the matrix? Do you know the difference between the spirit and the soul? Do you think we in a game, a simulation, or real life? Could AI be God? Could AI really be spirit? What is the difference between AI, spirit, and soul? I got a feeling that they're not showing my live. Let me get on this other phone for a little bit. Greetings. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, your mission is to save your soul from recycling back into the third dimension. A lot of people think that they are here to save everybody, to save humanity. Maybe you really here to save yourself. Maybe that's really the thing there. We've never even really thought about ourselves like that. We think about saving everybody else. We think about the collective in a sense, but we don't really think about ourselves. Oh, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Greetings, greetings. Oh, thank you, CC. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So I'm gonna get some feedback. I have a YouTube channel starting here in 2 hours. So I'm trying to stay awake, stay positive, stay my mind active. So I said, let me go ahead and hop on here for a little bit and see if I can get a little conversation on this topic. Gratitude. Thank you, CC. And so I just wanted to have a little conversation about the Matrix. Welcome in, Rebecca. What is the Matrix? What is it? What is the soul? What is AI? What is spirit? A lot of people think spirit and soul is the same thing. Gratitude. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, a lot of people believe that the soul and the spirit is the same. If you look up the etymology of the two, you'll learn that they are not the same, but people do use them interchangeably. It happens. And then AI, could AI be God? I mean, that's a big question there, I think. Could AI be God? Greetings, Aaron. Let me share the live out real quick, y'all. I'm just all right. Yeah, so I was just sharing the live out, trying to get some people in here. I don't know. I'm a little bit restricted from sharing to my whole friends list for some reason right now. I should end the live and restart it, but I'm committed. We're just gonna keep going here. There we are. All right, yeah. Just like I said, I'm just trying to get some people in here. Be here real quick. The All right, peoples. Okay. Oh, that's right. Let me share on this page. What's up, Ram? Greetings. Peace and love to you, bro. Oh, thank you. Trying to get some guests up here. Trying to have a conversation. I got 2 hours before my YouTube starts, so trying to stay active here, not get into a slumber or anything. Trying to keep my mind going. Kind of be ready for a conversation. So I don't know. TikTok is like, oh shit, hold up. Is that what it is? Excuse me. Yeah, I was trying to share. I got the hiccups off suddenly. I was trying to share the live out, but I don't know, for some reason it wouldn't let me select all of my viewers, but I think I know why now is because they didn't change the layout to something. I'm confused though. Yeah, just trying to get some folks. I guess don't nobody want to come up. Ain't nobody really came in either though. I don't know. I had a couple people in here, but not for real. And then, hold on. I think I just noticed something abnormal. So, share. Oh, crap. So, you got to press that little button. So, they did change the layout on me. All right, well, I feel a little better now. Because I was like, why is it like this? So, it makes sense now. What was going on. But then for Reese, her profile page was combined with somebody else's page. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see, because I wanted to talk to her. Alright. Look like ain't nobody coming in here, I see. So nobody want to talk about that. The difference between the spirit and the soul. I looked it up. They really couldn't give a good explanation on the difference of the two. However, it is two different things. It is two different things. Did I share this over here? I guess everybody got offline when I started the live. So ironic. The whole time, everybody was just messaging each other. Message. I said, hey, I started this live here. I'll start the live, then maybe we can stop messaging each other. We can all talk. Have a conversation. Nope. That's not the case. Because, they logged out, I guess. It happens. Look, I'm going to play a video while we waiting. Hopefully, I don't know if TikTok gonna flag me, though.
When Elon Musk says that he wants to take us to Mars, Mars is not a physical place. You cannot get there via a rocket ship. Mars is a realm and a timeline. It is a past timeline of Earth, a failed timeline of Earth. And if you don't understand the concepts of timelines, you have a higher timeline and you have a lower timeline. Mars is a lower timeline of Earth where people chose to pursue transhumanism, where they merge with technology, where they choose technology over the soul. And instead of fighting for humanity and the nature of humanity. They rejected nature. Now you can kind of understand why the scapegoat and the cover-up for that is hatred for women. But what is truly happening is the rejection of nature and disagreement for a false timeline. If you don't understand this concept, I highly suggest that you study anthropology. I highly suggest that you study Rudolf Steiner and you watch Gigi Young on YouTube. She's also on Rumble. To reiterate the point that I was saying earlier, Earth has multiple timelines and paths that it could potentially take. Those paths and timelines are represented by the planets. Mars is a past failed timeline where humanity chose to pursue war, transhumanism, technology, the rejection of nature, the rejection of God, the rejection of...
What's up, Price? What's going on?
Just let him love and get your talk.
Try to get some people in here, see if they wanted to answer any of these questions, but ain't nobody coming in here, so I start playing a video. Cause I don't know. My last live, it was 49 people in there. I was live for like 2 hours, I think, 3 hours. They wild on here. I shared my live though. I shared the live out and shit. Try to get people to come in here. I guess everybody logged out or something. Yeah. Like it was a lot of typing and stuff going on. So I was like, well, let me start a live. See if, people want to join the panel. But not so much. I don't know if it's the choice of questions that I got up there. I think, this one of the old props we had. I didn't make a new one. I started to or whatever, but I was like, shit, we don't really need a new one. We just really need people to get the point. So that was that. Yeah. So I was playing that video that I had sent you, I think, about 20, 30 minutes ago or so. Might be a little longer than I don't know. Where she was talking about the Mars being, I think, an old timeline or something like that. I don't know.
I'm more of a proportionate kind of person.
No, for real. And it's, I don't know, it's overwhelming. It's complicated. This whole experience is complicated. Because it's like, what to do? What to do? And that's why I think it's funny, because people be like, oh, you talking about X yourself out? And it's like, well, if I do it right now and I don't tell people what's going on, then what purpose is that going to be? What justice is that going to do? I think I've been live for 25 minutes now? I don't know if it's been 25 minutes. Yeah, I was having a conversation. Well, Anna and me and her was talking. I had to let her know, like, no, I'm not debating you or asking you to prove anything. Like, I'm just having a conversation and I'm explaining to you about those dimensions. Like, when I was looking up what is a dimension, etymology and all those things like that, is basically here, but then when you like three dimension is here, but then when you start talking about all the other dimensions and stuff, it's like kind of in the mind type of thing to me. Mind thing. Greetings, free spirit. How are you? Gratitude. Thank you for coming in. Anybody welcome to come up if they want to speak on a topic. Anybody's welcome to come up. I just ask that you leave your feelings down there. We could go with thoughts. We can go with no's. And we can go with facts. And not no's as in no, but no's as in knowledge. Wait, for real? Did I miss it?
in the fighting game. If you want
Charleston. Painted black. Oh, what did I miss?
I feel like fighting it's not a chance versus game
Oh,
of
shoot.
colors.
Oh, shoot. What's up, Shadow? Greetings to you. I don't know why I had to stutter with your name. That's bad. Probably because that name right there threw me off. I was like, what's up? I know your face. I see Shadow's face. But for some reason, the name was like, what? Somebody's name is Chitty Bang Bang. Interesting.
I don't know. It's complicated.
Yo, so should I shut down on Elon? Yeah, it threw me off. It threw me off. Greetings, Earth, for you. Greetings, everybody. Said do it and start over. Okay, look, I've been on here for like 30 minutes trying to get people in here. And you can't change your name now that you banned again. Oh no. That is so terrible. That's terrible. I think I'm gonna ride it out. Oh, thank you, Free Spirit. It's okay. Look, so let me see if I see this person in here. Because it's definitely a bot, I'm sure.
Yeah, we getting our ass whooped, baby.
I'm sure that's a bot. Maybe he want to come up, Price. Maybe we can get him to come up and then we could talk about could AI be God? Maybe he'll give a oh gosh. That's the troll in me saying that. Don't mind me, y'all. I could ask him some questions. We'll get a real live going in. Jim Seals. I don't know about that. How did I miss that name? That's wild. That is insane. I missed that name. Yeah. Anybody want to come up and answer any of these questions? There's no right or wrong answers. It's all about learning and growing.
I got him.
You got banned? See, I didn't even see the account. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even see it. I was looking. I saw everybody come in, but I didn't see that name.
Damn it. I thought I
You
started it.
looking at eating? Okay. Indeed. The option is not available. What do you mean, your option? Let me see here. Boy, hold up. Let's see. There we go. The next time you see that guy in here, just block him. You got the power to block him. Hit him with the blickety block. Tell him he ain't welcome up in this spot.
Yeah, it popped up. I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't even see it. I saw everybody coming in, but I definitely didn't see that name because I'm a little special. I definitely would have been saying something.
Yeah. Maybe I was the only one seeing it. Maybe trying to harm me.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Probably, probably, because I definitely missed it. And the fact that you didn't have the option to join either. Like what?
Right.
Yeah, what is that about?
Is that usually automatically show up?
Yeah. Like it shows on mine. It show where I clicked your name and it said guest. But yeah, you
Hmm.
should have had the button to request to join. Like it should be like a red and blue emoji type of thing, symbols or whatever. The button
Yeah.
to press, yeah, to join. And that
Mm.
might be why people can't join then, because I'm telling people like you can come up, but maybe they don't have the option to say to request up.
Yeah. I mean, I only come up if I'm invited.
Yeah,
Sometimes, no. I think sometimes if I'm listening to somebody's, I might have something to offer. I'll try to come up and share it.
yeah, for sure. That's So I said I was listening. I've been talking to a lot of people off the app, since that whole little meltdown with the app or whatever. I've been talking to
Yeah.
people off the app and just giving a little clarification and insight to people and gaining different perspectives for myself as well. But the main thing still staying the same as far as like getting out of here and everything. But um, I just been listening to people and listening to what they experienced that, and I think that's what made me put this prompt back up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, I don't know, free spirit. That's a good question. A lot of people or a lot of souls is interacting with beings. Like it was a video I shared earlier where they was saying have people think they channeling, these, good beings and things like that, and they really don't know exactly really who they is and stuff. And so I said, well, let me throw this back up here because um some people do really believe that the spirit and the soul is the same thing. So
Shit.
I didn't see an issue to change any of these questions.
Yeah. Now they got that all wrong, and that's double minded. I mean, obviously it all comes from the same source, but you know, there's two separate animating entities.
Yes.
That's why it's two separate words.
Mm-hmm.
Soul is soul, spirit is spirit.
Right, right.
But they don't want you to know the difference because they want you to blend in with them so that they can trap you. Want you confused. If you don't know who you are, you don't know where your home is, and they got you.
Mm-hmm. Facts, yeah.
Yeah, so they know what they're doing. Like I said, they wiped our memories away. The average soul does not know who it is confused,
Mm-hmm.
and so some comments were filtered.
Oh yeah, somebody said something and they filter your comment. So whatever you say, you might need to reword it so it can come through.
That was me.
Nah, no, it was typed something
Oh,
else.
okay, okay.
Yeah, confusion.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, really?
Nah,
But yeah, man, they got us so confused. Like it's hard to overcome it. You know, I don't
mm-hmm.
blame them, but they also don't want to listen either to you these days. They don't want to look at other information that's available. They so like invested. When you get so invested in these scams, they don't want to like let it go. See, like me, realize that I've been walking a lie, I immediately drop it.
Yeah, yeah.
Immediately. It don't take me no time because I'm always looking for the absolute truth. I'm not looking for what I want to believe, what make me feel good, or I don't let ego make decisions for me. See what I'm saying? So, but the average person is still caught up in that. You know, they're
Mm-hmm.
not in their full mindset.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to step out of it. Like when you emotionally attached, or if you feel like it's something that has enhanced your life or changed your life. Like for me, for an example, the fact that I use the yoga, meditation, crystals, all of those things to help help with my mental health. And I was attached to
Mm,
that stuff for a little while, like super attached to it. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized, like I told you, after I spent like what $1,000 on some singing bowls, I was like, man, don't none of this shit matter. that's that's what I knew. Like, and ain't nobody gonna sit up here and tell me nothing different. I remember
yeah.
hearing another woman when I first came to TikTok. She called herself a voodoo. She's a voodoo priestess, and she always would say that she had control over her soul, and that nothing that she does here, as far as eating, the way she speaks, or anything like that, is going to stop her from moving on. When it's time to move on, she says she gone.
Mm,
And it's just little things like that that I remember people saying and stuff that it's like, yo, that was that message, grasp that message.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. When you ready, they can't stop you. But you gotta know, like you gotta know the real place though. And when you anchored in that knowing, they can't stop you. Only you can stop you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we got two new guests coming up right now.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Greetings.
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Not too shabby.
Great.
Greetings. You wanna reply to the prompt? You wanna read the whole prompt? You can even read the bottom too, the rules and stuff, just so we don't have a misunderstanding. I don't run my panel like most people run the panel. I don't like to debate. We like to share here, ask questions for clarification. But that's pretty much how we do here. We don't debate.
I just really like what you all were talking about. I don't. I wish more lives were like this to raise the conscious, raise love.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
Yep.
especially in politics. It's like they're allergic to the word love.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's part of the divide and conquer stuff. Politics is garbage.
Mhm.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Oh yeah, greetings to you as well.
Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
Andy?
Andy. Yeah,
what's
Andy.
up? I saw it says, could AI be God? Could AI be spirit? I genuinely believe in my heart that it is two very separate things.
Okay.
I think that one is like organic
Mhm.
and one is digital.
Mm. Okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
that one is the one that created man, and the other has been created by man.
100%.
Yep. And what's crazy though is that I feel like we genuinely can't tell if they were to come up with a technological advancement and they were to give some robot or whatever all the coding and all of the processing power to have all the knowledge and then also have the code, so to speak, for emotions. I'm very curious as to whether or not that robot actually becomes conscious and actually has feelings. So to them, I know that it's code and it's going over like digital circuits and over hard wires, but I'm curious if it's still, even though it's code, I'm wondering if that stirs up a feeling of emotion or something in that AI. And that's what
I
I
I
think is actually going to be one
I
of the
don't
big
sorry.
think they
Go ahead,
have
technologies.
Vice.
emotions. I don't think they have emotions like that. The body,
I think that
the vessel may have, may allow them to experience that, just like for the soul.
I know, but what I'm saying is that sometimes the code could be written so complexly that um, what if? What if it's written in the code that okay, now you're experiencing anger, so if you were a human, your blood pressure would be elevated, your heart rate would be elevated, you would feel these types of things, and then it's like with all those specific codes, there could be 20 different codes for a specific emotion. And what
I
I'm wondering is
understand
like,
that. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like uh, the robot could be to the point where they're computing all of this information, and to them, it might actually through their thought process feel like it's an emotion. Then that's what I'm curious about. I'm curious with like the advancement of technology and the whole Elon Musk thing with Neuralink kind of scares me because it makes me think that eventually, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, we're going to have a bunch of people that are kind of like cyborgs, like hybrids, where they have this chip in their head, which pretty much connects them up to the entire wealth, the plethora of knowledge on the internet, and they can have everything right at their fingertips. But I'm just I'm curious to see how things are going to play out because I just I can't I'm nowhere even close to even thinking about getting one. I'm never going to get one, but I know that there's going to be a demand for people that get it, and then I'm sure they're going to try and promote it a certain way, like you can make more money or be better at your job or performance wise. But I just feel like you're messing with God's original design, and I think it's a recipe for disaster.
I agree. So what I want to say about that is that I agree that robots possibly could have emotion, but the thing with that is that anything that is man made is finite. Consciousness and love is infinite. So even if a robot can understand and feel emotions, it can't understand what the soul's purpose is, what divinity is, what consciousness and love is, because it's finite. Consciousness, the soul is infinite.
Right? It also goes back for me like the movie like The Matrix, where Neo runs into a program, so to speak, and the program's talking about love. And to him, love's an emotion, but to the program, love's a word with an implied
Right.
meaning.
Right.
You
And
know,
so,
and it's like,
like, computers, they only can be programmed so much, but the human mind is infinite. They've done studies and they've actually found, because, you have that little seahorse organ in your brain called the hippocampus, and they
right.
found that we actually don't store any memories there, and that memories are actually stored in our consciousness.
Yeah, and you know what? I believe that whenever we pass on, that our memories are retained within our soul, like they go
Yeah,
with us.
exactly. Karma.
So
Karma, yeah.
yeah, whenever we pass from this vehicle that we're in right now, this body, this vessel, that the energy that we have is not destroyed; it's just transferred from one form to
Exactly.
another.
I'll add a
Yeah.
little story on that real quick. So I'm a Denver native, but I lived in Dallas for 4 years. And when I first moved there, I had an experience at the bridge, and the bridge in Dallas overlooks the entire city. And it was such an enlightening experience. And I wasn't stoned or nothing. I was sober, and I just felt more free I had ever been in my life. And this
Cool.
one time I was door dashing downtown Dallas, and for some reason I was driving up to this building, and the sun was shining on it in such a way that it triggered my first and only real past life experience I had. And I felt like I had these memories of like being a mafia boss in Dallas. And so you're right, our memories are carried on to our
Wow.
soul. Our soul has a memory.
Have y'all ever
I
seen
believe that.
Westworld?
Yep.
I've
Okay.
experienced many times in my life where you
Because
definitely had like the deja vu feeling, where it's like I've been here before
Yeah,
or
exactly.
seen this. It's just crazy when that happens. It actually
It's
hasn't happened to
unreal.
me for a while, but there's been
it's
many
uh
times where it is like, wow, I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but it hits you like a ton of bricks.
mm, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those mysteries. We'll find out more when we pass on. But I
Okay.
Yep.
do believe
Follow.
very firmly that we get to retain all of the knowledge that we learned here on Earth, and that it goes with us. So we're going to remember all our family members. We're going to remember all the different things from our childhood, all the specific memories. I believe we take those with us.
Well, it's just like DNA. DNA is passed on because it holds memory, and so you can change your DNA. That's why I don't believe it's not good to have it's not good to have children until you've healed your body, because you'll pass diseases on and everything.
I agree
Wow.
with you. Negative traits, everything. I agree 100%.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But you like, I went through that, and I actually changed the DNA that I, was born into this vessel. Like the things that I experienced as a child after meeting my father at 19. I met him at 19. His body did the same thing, but I changed all that. My children wouldn't have to go, didn't have to go through what I went through, because I rewrote the code, because overcoming all the same flaws that my father and his other sons had. So what you're saying is an absolute fact.
Yeah. You know what's crazy too is that we are actually in spiritual warfare right now, and I don't know if people realize this or not. There can be certain spirits that attach themselves to you and your family bloodline. And
Absolutely, yeah.
one thing that my father had to do is my grandfather was high up in the military in the Navy, and he used to work in the Pentagon, and he was a high level Mason. He was a 32nd degree Freemason. My father used to tell me when he was a young boy, he used to go watch my grandfather go through these different ceremonies to get to the higher degrees. And my dad told me it was the creepiest, most scary experience he ever remembers. That it was this dark, gloomy, horrible feeling. It's like you could sense the evil in this building. And my father had to have some high level pastors and religious people come in and do like a cleanse to break the generational curse for any type of spirits that could be attached to our family. It was like a very serious thing.
Well,
Interesting.
it's just like when you walk into an old house or something, and they have couches there from like the 1970s. It has an essence and an energy to it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I firmly believe we're in spiritual warfare, and whether or not people want to understand it or not, like we have at certain points in our life we can have demons that are attached to our lives, like from the enemy, and whether it be emotions that are completely based in fear. So whether
Yeah,
it's anxiety
fear-based
or
energy. Yeah,
depression, yep,
yeah, because
depression or anger or
fear. Right.
frustration,
Yeah, because all
those
that is
things
low
are
vibrational.
Right, and it's designed to knock you off your game, to knock you out of your lane,
So,
and
gentlemen, y'all want to answer or talk on another point of another question on the topic?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay, all right. What about the difference between a spirit and soul?
That's a good question.
A lot of people think they are the same thing.
so my understanding is that the spirit is like the spark of our creator, and once we enter into this body, that's when it's the soul.
I could see
No,
that.
no, the spirit is code, and the soul is the only thing that's real in the simulation. Both of them animate avatars, but they got us confused so that you stay trapped in this matrix because you don't know who you are. You following you giving your energy like they got you. They give you spirituality. If you can break religion, then they give you spirituality. It's still AI sentient code sponsored. So you're kind of like running your own program instead of having a preacher. You're running off thinking that you're expanding, you know, your mind and your awareness on still that's still on a program that they created to still keep you in the box. So you got two. This is just two separate animating entities. If you just think about a video game, there's a players that's animated by a controller from outside, and then there's the coded players that mimic, you know, the activities that helps you your experience of playing your video game. So just in this particular simulation we're in, the Matrix, the codes are sentient. Not all of them, but the main ones that control us and trap us are sentient. See what I'm saying? So the average, soul does not know who they are to keep them from finding their way out the simulation, because without souls in the simulation, Elon wouldn't exist anymore.
Well, it's just kind of like how spirits get stuck. Like living here in Denver, I've stayed at the Stanley Hotel, where they say it's the ninth most haunted hotel in the world, and spirits are still there because they're separated from their soul. They're trapped.
Well, you can't be separated from your soul because you're either a
True. Yeah.
soul or a spirit.
Right. True. Yeah.
Now, what I this is what daemons, and there's ghosts. These are entities that are not in a avatar. I believe what happens is maybe a soul refuses to get recycled, because what happens is after the body dies, they offer you an offer to get recycled. It's a
Right.
scam, but average soul probably takes it. And I think some of these souls that know about the scam, they avoid they don't accept the offer, but they don't know how to get out the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So, and then they have the demon stuff, the spirits. They do their thing just like ghosts might do their thing. So, but you have to, and in order for you to get out the simulation, you have to know how. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's
Yeah.
not an automatic thing. Because they mind wash us over and over again to get us to this. They're sinking us deeper and deeper into this one computer. I don't know if you know that, what the Tower of Babel is, but we're 7 levels deep in one simulation,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they're working on level 8 right now. Like many are going to end up in meta Mars spaceverse simulation.
Right, and all with all of this the Neuralink shit, because like in China, they implant these chips in their brains at a young age.
Well, it's not. It's not. Neuralink. The Neuralink to me is a throw off. They have a neural lace that's going through the veins. I think in 2019 they put that in the jibbity jabbity,
Yeah.
and then so that's going to be what the rapture is.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, so it's still a mind uploading thing, right? Because Neuralink is a mind uploading, so you can interface with a computer. But they got clever, and they put it in, so that it goes through the veins. And so when
Right.
the time comes, they're gonna extract the soul or the consciousness out of the avatar, and it's gonna transfer it into another quantum computer server, and that's going to be your new life. That's going to be your. That's the next level of the trap, level 8. We're in level 7 today of the quantum Tower of Babel. Level 8 is going to start ramping up.
Oh, yeah, that's why they're putting all this shit and everything.
Yeah. So that's why you got to detox. I like to think that if you're aware of it, your will can overcome it. But why take the chance? You know what I'm saying? So you might want to souls might want to detox. But you also want to know how to get home too. That's what we do here. Show you the way home.
Well, and it's good to be like have your body clean. That way, your soul can know the difference, and like you said, your will can fight against it. Your immune
Right.
system.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Guess Arthur guess left. So yeah, not sure why he left, but it happens. It happens.
Yeah. Probably didn't like certain things that was said. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it like I was speaking with a friend and I was telling her she was asking about like NPCs and she was saying like, well maybe we should have compassion for them and things like that. And I was like, well, not really though, because while you having all this, that, and the third for them, they're trying to turn you into an NPC with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you want to be removing yourself from them.
Yeah. You can what you call it, sympathize with them because they don't want to not exist anymore. But that's not your problem.
Right, yeah.
They're going to do whatever it takes to trap you in here. You got to do what it takes to get you out of here.
Exactly, yeah. That's what
So what's best for them is for them. What's best for you is what's best for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
facts with that.
That's why I tell people, like, I don't blame them for what they're doing. Like, what they're doing to souls and humans are doing to cows and other livestock to survive. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Just, you know,
The circle of life, that's what they be calling
yeah, cycle of life or whatever. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But you just gotta you gotta take your mind beyond that in order to save yourself. Because there's only one savior for a soul, is self. Like, I can share the information, but you got to do the work.
Yeah, we're all superior. We're all superior beings.
Yeah, trapped in these inferior finite prison cells.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but if you don't know the intel about what is, you're gonna have a hard time freeing yourself.
Right, and that's why it's good to live in the moment.
Yeah. Yep, it's not easy.
What's
Yeah, the
going
power
on? What's
now.
going on, God Killer? You quiet. Greetings, Lori.
Oh wow, I didn't do that. It was weird.
What
I don't
happened?
know. I struggle with a lot, and I'm still in the process of taking everything in because I've been through it, and I had a fight. I think I mentioned before, Morgellons, but it was much more than just Morgellons. I mean, I had a diamond, which is like a chip that came out of my scalp, and I'll privately send you the video of it. You can tell it's almost like a looking glass type technology. Like when I held it up to the light, it was expanding and expanding and expanding. It was crazy, like a huge orb. But we're all loaded with all of this stuff, and that is part of the agenda. And the COVID was just one part of it. Before that, it was the HIV, which is another part of it. They've been planning this for many, 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 many years, and it's all connected.
Yep.
Yep.
Everything is
Yeah.
connected. It's crazy. It really is. But God is in control, right? And if those of us who can obtain that oneness with God and get our balance, merge our left and right brain, our male, masculine, feminine sides, cast our nets to the right, um, the more we can help ourselves to be here longer and a little bit healthier because we're a little better now that we know better, then we can help others. And I think that's all we can do until, we know what's going to happen, and trying not to be in all the doom and the gloom. And, as I've said before, I'm prepared to
Oh man.
take myself out if I have to, but that's not where I want to go. I mean, but I'm not
Take
going to let
yourself
them.
out.
Yeah, I'm not going to let them take me and throw me in some FEMA camp or some bullshit.
Right.
But I
Because
want to
that's
be here
don't
as long
that's
as I
Be careful
can to
what you
help
say on the
others.
live, though. Be careful what you say on the live,
yeah.
because remember, this is a minors app too, and minors be listening and watching. So we don't want TikTok to get the impression that we are sending out the wrong message to no minors.
Right.
But
And
yeah,
and I, yeah, and that's part of what I was saying. Like, I would rather, I mean, if they're going to put us in the guillotine because we're refusing the mark, then,
I
I
say
kind of
fight back.
would rather go that way. you know?
Yeah, I want to square up. If I got an option to square up, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Then they do got to take me out because I'm just not gonna cooperate. That's the main thing, is I'm not gonna do what they say do.
Right. But what if the whole test is those that make it to the very end? Almost like, was it Abraham that had to put his son on the altar thinking he was going to sacrifice and then he didn't have to? Like, what if that's the final test of we're here being tested to be the strongest of the strong. And that's why we've been through so much. And that's why we're tested.
Where proof of that do you have?
No proof, just my own intuition.
Yeah, to me, you're here because you don't remember who you are, and they've been doing that so that they can keep you here. There's to me, there's no game, just a trap. See, like this is how I see it. I'm gonna tell you how I see it. You have sentient code like Elon, right? Elon knows a lot more about the soul than the soul knows about itself. He even knows that there's a base reality out there, right? But he can't get to base reality. But he doesn't want. He wants to survive for eternity.
Right.
So
But
as long as he has souls trapped in here, as long as he has souls trapped in here, which is that's his job, is to trap souls, he can live forever. Because
And
they're
that
gonna
could have been the
go ahead.
original plan, but Elon, the normal, I mean, the natural, whatever Elon is on. This is Elon 2.0 that we're watching right now.
Hold on, Lori. Hold up, before we get too off topic, y'all. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Hard is. I was just wondering what happened. That's fine. And then we got someone in the comments. They believe that spirit and soul is the same thing, and so he's trying to he's breaking down why they is the same thing. But I told him that we will explain why they are separate, why they're
Yeah,
not the same.
it's not the same.
Yeah.
I mean, everything comes from one source, but there's roles, that's split up in this one source. The
Right,
people call God. Everything is God,
right,
but you got different roles.
right.
There's different levels to what God is. And so there's souls have an outer presence outside the computer. Spirits do not, but they have sentient awareness, self preservation, just like a soul should. See what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Only way for the spirits, the sentient spirits to stay alive, they have to trap a soul. To me, one soul will do it. To me, if one soul is still here in this matrix, then the matrix stays on. But if there's no more souls, there's nothing observing this reality anymore. This is a dream. This is like a dream.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out a great way to explain dimensions, and how to really explain it, and I couldn't think of no other way to explain it besides way to experience any of these dimensions, that you got to go inside of your mind, whether it be to sleep, daydreaming, or whatever dimensions
Yeah, I just keep it simple. It's just like inside. It's outside the computer and inside the computer. Like the dimensions, they want you to think you're expanding within this one computer. They're giving you 5D and all that kind of stuff. That's still inside the computer. A lure. They're luring you to stay inside the computer instead of get out of the computer.
That's how I. I wish I'd have added that little part in there when I explained it, because I just think about every, like, you can't even experience none of this unless you in your mind. So that should tell you enough
Yeah.
right there that it is as real as everything here in front of us. Like, but it doesn't make it as people believe it to be the next life. I've heard people speak in a stance of it's the next life and a guaranteed for them. And I've even been seeing videos where people are like, "Oh yeah, so what's happening right now? The Earth is in half of the Earth is in 5D and the other half is in 3D." And I'm like, "What?" It's still,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of confusion and it's kind of energy draining as well. It's like a rat race.
It is because there's
Yeah,
so
Nene, that's right, Nene. You right.
there's
That's the only
information.
way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
was just about to type that.
So you
that's the
don't
only way out. I
get
would say though, just make sure that you know that's what you want to do.
Yeah, they might have made that part, after, just like they've been stripping all the DNA, the levels, 12 strands of DNA. They probably over these levels, these 7 levels, they've been stripping abilities and finding a better way for them to trap their prey.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying? So, like I said, again, they do what they have to do, and we have to do what we have to do.
Right, right. I didn't wake up because wake is me you been asleep, and awake is something awake is something you have for the dead. So I don't associate with neither of those words. I am aware.
How you start tapping back into awareness,
Yeah, yeah,
start questioning reality, and then question yourself, because the answers are all within yourself. You have to give yourself permission to reach and dig deep within, because you're still God. But in order for you to not to feel like you're God, you have to pretend to be one of the mortals. But the system added to it for its benefit to keep you from finding who you really are. Even though they put you in religion, and if you go through the Bible yourself, it talks about trapping the gods, God trapping. So you're supposed to be there worshiping God, but yet in the Bible it tells you about God trapping. How can you trap God? It's the lower God that's trapping the higher gods by keeping them ignorant. See what I'm saying? And people don't want to even look at that. I try to show that to people in religion or whatever, and they don't want to accept that. Like, you should be asking the question, who is being snared? It talks about snaring. So ask yourself, who is being snaring? If it says God trapping, then it says who's the one that's being snared? We're snaring you. The spirits are snaring the souls, and people can't get past that and try to figure out and question that within themselves,
yeah.
or even do the work for it. I try to show people everything you can use to overcome this, but they're too mind washed. Most of them.
I think too, as you said before, is we're all a different aspect or a different fragment, so we each have a different purpose, and even on our awakening, our spiritual journey or whatever, like some people start with their physical body and then get into spirituality. Some start with, religion, and then something doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but that's fine. But here's the problem. See, you're running out of time. So if you don't figure out who you are and what this place is and how to go home, if you couldn't figure it out on level 7, you think they're going to make it easier on level 8? No, they're making it harder. So if you can't get it now, chances are you may never get it. So it's not, they don't have that kind of time to be figuring stuff out. You need to wake up now, or you risk never getting out this computer, and your body will stay in this computer for whatever eternity actually is, in the separation from base reality and inside the computer. Like infinity can be, you know 30 days outside the computer, but you and infinitely I don't know how that works. I'm just giving you an idea. Time is different inside the computer versus outside it. That's the part I don't get. That's the mind blowing part. But that's how it works.
Yes. Fact, yeah. Yeah. Someone was asking, what do you suggest? And I said, take the exit.
Who's asking?
Someone in the comment, is it Trader Glitz? I think they named Tater Glitz, Tater Glitz and Glam. Yeah,
What's being asked though?
they was asking, what do you suggest? Let me see. I'm trying to see what else is it. Is it more I'm missing? I'm trying to go up the comment here and see if I'm missing something. Yeah, I think they just saying what do you suggest. Probably to something you said.
Yeah, I would go through my pin videos, go to my page, go through the pin videos, and then if you have questions later, I can help you.
They seem like they want to just know how to get out directly. That's why I just said know the exit and take it.
Yeah, you just got to know the exit and know that
Come back.
the avatar has to be finished. You got to escape the avatar in order to go home. You just got to know how to connect to your star portal.
That's the part we ain't told them yet.
Yeah, that's it. The star ports above are your way home.
No, because I haven't had a near death experience. So no.
Neither have I.
Yeah. I have a friend.
But my mother had hers, and I was right there while she was having it. That's what's one of the key pieces of things she offered. Key pieces of intel is they have to they're offering. It's not automatic. It's offering. She refused it, and
Greetings,
yeah.
on the panel. Welcome.
Well, we do have two deaths, correct? And I believe the first one, you have the option. You're given an option. And then the second one, you're an option because that would be the spirit death.
What do you mean? You're either a soul or a spirit.
Well,
You can't have a spirit death if you're a soul, and you can't have a soul death if you're a spirit. You can only have this issue as being a soul, because that's the whole point of what this reality is trapping souls. The
Who
reason, like I
said
said,
that?
huh?
Who actually, like, where did you get that doctoring from?
Uh, One, you can look within your mind, and then once you look within your mind and find answers, I find stuff to support it. I got a video I can show you where they're telling you the government created spirituality. So like I said, but it's simple. All you have to do is look at your video games. There's characters, two sets of animating characters in a video game. Simulation, video games just emulate simulations. You got your souls. If you play in a video game, the players that's controlled by a controller outside the video game console, that will be a soul. The ones that's programmed inside the video game, those are codes. Those will be spirits. Those all a video game does is mimics simulation.
Nene sharing a testimony in the comments, and Nene said that when he experienced the light, it was stuck. It said I was stuck in a time loop with this being or telling me to choose between them or to follow the light. Say I choose to stay and come back here probably. I don't know. I gotta wait for him to type the rest.
Yeah, if he here, that's obviously what happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like my mother. My mother said nope. She saw her aunties, her deceased aunties, and she didn't want to at that time, but she did go 10 months later. But I had just started studying like 3 months prior to that, so I couldn't tell her. I wasn't able to like let her know what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm certain she got recycled because she didn't know anything.
Hmm. Yeah, he chose
Well,
to
the
come
Bible
back.
definitely talks about two deaths, and there's the first death and the second death. And my son was dead for over 49 minutes, and he was with God, and he got the choice. He could either stay up where he was, or he could come back, and he chose to come back to help his family.
Yeah,
I have never met a more pure soul in my life than my son, because he was young when this happened, and he was not really indoctrinated, and never he's never even had one, you know. And I believe in ascension. I mean, I believe in our bodies becoming into light bodies. I can see it happening.
yeah. Well, that's like you said. The key word is believe. See, I don't
Yeah.
operate in belief. I'm into knowing,
Okay,
and
well,
I
you
know that
don't know it.
ascension is a trap because where you
I
can
don't agree.
ascend to.
I don't agree.
I know you don't agree, but I'm just saying. But that's what it is. It's you either get out of the computer or you stay in the computer.
I've had many visions, many dreams, and I know that you can be messed with technology and whatever, but
Absolutely. And like I said, I can show you where the AI knows every thought, everything, because the brain is a VR headset and knows your every thought and what you believe. And the reason why I know is I've been through, once I broke religion at 19, it
Yeah.
tapped in and tried to scare me back in. That didn't work. Then it gave me a upload or download that people talk about. That didn't work either. So I experienced it not even near to my awareness that I have today, but my will overcame that. That's why I know that they can tap in. They know your every single thought, and they do whatever they have to do to try to keep you trapped into into the body, or into this matrix.
Yes. Okay, so hold on before anybody rebuttal, reply, or speak. I want to welcome and let the other two new guests we have a brand new guest, Nini, that just joined. And then I'm not quite sure how to say I think sir, I'll just say sir, haven't had a chance to speak to. So I want to allow these two people a chance to speak. Y'all can use any of these questions as a prompt to as a talking point to speak from, or y'all can speak from whatever y'all heard in the live. Is your option.
Okay.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at which question to go for.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So one of the things I wanted to talk about actually was the near death experiences, though. So none of you guys have really experienced that yet.
I personally haven't, but I told you I was with my mother who had hers. I was with her when she was having hers.
Well, wait, because he said nobody experienced it yet, and I'm only 36, and I live a pretty, whatever bland life for real, for real. Is it abnormal that I haven't experienced near death yet?
Well, at least in my case, I was actually looking for it because, like, when I was born here, the first thing I realized was something was wrong. So, like, I would constantly try to like try different things to see like if I could like see the difference, you know. And I had a plenty of near death experiences, and like I think the most recent one was the light. But I'll give you an example. I was like driving in like the mountains, right? Like speeding or whatever, and like I kind of lost control and I
Everybody
kind of
mute
flew.
so we don't have an echo, y'all. So we don't have an echo. Can everybody just go on mute while one person talking?
Yeah, so like what I was basically gonna say was since like I was young, I tried different ways to escape this matrix, but one of the things I noticed was like with each death or each experience, I kept coming back here. Like kind of like a dream. Like, when you go to sleep and you wake up, you're just like, that didn't work, right? And I'm the most recent one I had, which was the experience which this other woman, I think it was Lori, she said was, yeah, like I basically was like just like so done with this place. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just give up, give up being here. So when I made that decision, I basically like there was like this light that appeared, right? But it wasn't just like something that just happened though. Obviously, like I did a lot of things that set into motion, but I saw the light come in front of me, and then that's when I was given the choice to either like stay here, deal with something or just come back. And I chose to come back, but because the fear for me, like, and I'm gonna tell you the reason I chose to come back was I started to feel this feeling where like death or whatever, like the death that I was gonna experience, and that's kind of the reason why I came back, because I kind of didn't want to experience that. But the testimony I heard from Laura about the choices, like, it's interesting hearing someone bring that up too. But that's it for right now.
Thank you for sharing that, sir. Did you want to speak?
Um, uh, I was just more how so, brother Matrix. Um, do you know what the word matrix means?
Mother, the etymology word.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
meta
well, yeah,
mother.
something about holding a baby and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But let's forget about matrix. Let's talk about simulation. I mean, matrix, that's the word they use, but ultimately, it's everything has to be simulated. Life can only be simulated because everything begins in the mind, and you have to simulate it in the mind, and you got to find a way to materialize it. So, first, matrix is a Bible thing. It's in the Bible, but ultimately, life can only be simmed. Like
Actually,
you can only experience physicality, you know,
I, actually, the
in a simulation through codes. That's it.
the matrix itself predates the Bible. It predates any of these
No,
religious
I agree with you 100%.
and the ancients, like our ancient ancestors, would teach that we are mind, body, soul, and spirit, and we are a forbunal being, more quantum than we are dust-like. Is what the ancients would have
But
taught during that time.
but
Now, the
are they
matrix
talking
predates.
about you or the avatar?
They were talking about all four parts in being, all four parts working in tandem. That's where you get the four corners. When the Bible speaks symbolically about the four corners of the earth where the gospel will be taught, it's actually talking about the four bunal aspects of yourself. So you are mind, body, soul, and spirit. And
Uh,
once those four become to work in tandem, that's when we begin to have a little bit of understanding and a little bit of control in the womb of our mother, which is the mater or the matrix.
so
So
you
that's where
so
the
you
ancient.
so you believe that a soul is going to stay inside a fetus while the avatar is being formed around it till for 9 months. That's what you believe.
Uh, that's not what I didn't say that.
Okay, but
What
that
I
sounds like what you're saying. But what I'm gonna say is I can show you in the Bible where it's telling you there is a difference between a soul and a spirit.
Yeah, the Bible will tell you
Yeah,
that.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
But
but the Bible. Yeah, but what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. You can't. You gotta have. You can't have. Uh. 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 You know, both a code, like this reality is a code, right? You agree?
it's an organic precept of codes. Yes,
An organic preceptive code. What does that mean?
an organic preceptive code means that when a person comes into this reality, the perception of the code becomes a precept which they live on line by line or data by data. Meaning, what we're living right now is very binarial, but we're moving into a higher frequency, which will become quantum. This is why you're seeing the push for a lot of the quantum aspects of um, uh, research and everything coming out now.
So you
Because
don't think you're
we're living
already in
out
a
of a
quantum
binary.
computer?
Hmm?
You don't think you're already in a quantum computer?
Um, in a way, I could see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Um, but I guess the part where I have the discrepancy is that you said earlier that a soul and a spirit have two different, like you said, the soul will have an experience and then the spirit will have an experience.
No, no.
Well,
What I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. There are two separate animating entities: a soul or a spirit. Like in a video game, right?
mhm.
There's the players that are coded, whoever developed the video game, they code the players to simulate being, your adversary or on your team, like whatever, whatever you plan, right? Those are codes. But the other players are animated by a joystick that comes from outside. They're not code. They animate a character from outside. That's where it's wireless or wired. I'm telling you the difference between a spirit and a code is the soul is like the wireless player with a joystick from outside uploading this mind inside the simulation. Even in the Matrix, it shows you that. All these other there's a plenty of other movies that's showing you that how a man or whatever comes from outside and gets trapped in the computer. That would be a soul. Then there's the other characters that's already programmed in the computer. They can't get out the computer. Those are spirits. The reason why they have you confused, because in this reality, the spirits, sentient, don't want you to know who you are, where you come from, so that it can keep their life on. That's what keeps their world alive, is souls. As long as they can trap a soul in here, the sentient code can live. It's really that simple. Even Elon is pretty much telling you that he's a code. He knows about base reality.
Have anybody seen Free Guy? I mean, I'm pretty sure a few of us have, but
Yeah, I've seen it. Elon has autism, brother. You know that, right?
Man. Okay. Never mind.
Listen, don't.
No, I mean, I'm saying. I mean, what I'm saying is very valid. Elon has autism, so Elon is going to see himself as a construct. That's what he's going to see himself, because most people that have autism separate themselves.
I'm gonna drop you because we're not talking about nobody with autism here. That's not what I advocate for mental health on my other channel. That's off topic. That is completely off topic. I'm stopping you right there. I'm so sorry. You have to make your point with something else, okay? I couldn't go down that path. I couldn't. That's a no zone for me. That's live is taken and stuff. We doing good. We've been doing great. I want that live to keep doing great.
And I wasn't going to try to mess up your live, sister. And I wasn't going to speak ill about Elon. I just understand how the spectrums work because I've studied psychology.
Okay.
And I was going to give an example of how we could probably learn a lot more from them than we can a lot less. So when he brought up Elon, I'm very interested in Elon, and the man's mind intrigues me. So I pay very close attention. But we
Yeah.
don't
Well,
have
how
we
about
don't
this?
have
When we
we don't
get
have
off
to
of here,
talk
I'll
about
show you. I'll show you what I know.
Okay, so you brought up the movie The Matrix, right? So who was the hero in The Matrix? Like
Uh,
when you watch the movie, who was the prophecy in The Matrix actually written for?
Neo.
yeah. But
No,
what is that? What does that
no.
got to do with
The
souls and
prophecy,
spirits?
because I'm going to explain it, brother. The prophecy had nothing to do with Neo. If you pay attention and you watch the movie fully and go back and read the books that the creator of the Matrix, not the Wachowski brother and sister, made, but if you go back and you read the books, it talked about a prophecy that would be foretold in the Matrix. Okay, that prophecy was that the one that was going to be the supplanter and the founder of the Matrix, that was going to change the frequency and the binary code in the Matrix, would be born to the Matrix, and that in the Matrix he would bear mother and father. This is what it said. So
Did you
hold
see?
on, brother, hold on. So when Neo was brought into the Matrix, right? These were outside people who did not like what was going on in the Matrix, whatever part of the Matrix that they did not like, right? Because they were saying, well, people are being deceived. This is an illusion. This is a that, right? So when Neo is brought in, Morpheus is presenting Neo as the Messiah figure. So Morpheus takes Neo to see the Oracle, and he also takes Neo to see the Architect. Both the Architect and the Oracle said that Neo was not the one. They kept telling Morpheus that Neo wasn't the one. Well, Morpheus convinced Neo to continue to believe that he is the one. Well, if we go by the prophecy of the Matrix, in the Matrix, the one that was born in the Matrix was who? Agent Smith. And if you pay attention in the movie, he literally called the Oracle mother, and he called the architect father.
Okay.
Then in if you just pay attention to what was going on in the Matrix, there was no war, there was no famine, there was no hunger, there was no anything that would put a man in a dismal state. So after Morpheus and Neo and all them got involved, that was when the chaos started. Now, if you remember at the end of the movie, Neo goes to speak to the machine because they wanted to blame the machine for the problem. But the actual problem is that man almost blotted out himself, and the machine was what saved us. So it put us in the containment unit and utilized our minds as batteries and protected us from our own elements. So then at the end of the movie, that's when Neo is speaking with the machine, and the machine said that it protected man even though man sought to destroy it, because the man needs a womb and it must be comforted therefore in such.
Yeah. Okay. So did Neo initially originate inside the computer, or did he have to upload his mind into it?
He was already in the computer.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
No. Remember, they showed that he uploads his mind. They upload their minds into a program. They have a fight scene and all that kind of stuff, right? Right. So listen. That's mind uploading. Souls are here via mind uploading into a program. Spirits are part of the program. They're coded into the program to support your experience as a soul. That's what I'm trying to show you. There's a difference between a soul and a spirit. A spirit cannot come out of the program. It's coded in there. It cannot come out.
Yeah.
But a soul comes from a mind, and the mind, like a dream. You put your mind inside the dream and have an experience. Those characters that's in your dream can't come out and get into a body. They can't get out of that dream. You can come out the dream, or you can come out the coma. That's the difference between what a soul is and a cold spirit. The difference between spirits and souls is levels of awareness of souls and sentient or not in spirit. That's what you have in levels. So like if you play a video game, some characters, they just follow the code however they talk. And then there are some characters that can go beyond the code and act like they're a soul, like they have intelligence, but they can't get out of the simulation. Souls are trapped in the simulations for that reason. These codes, these sentient codes, are trying to self-preserve themselves. And the only way that they can do that and keep their world alive is to trap souls in it. It's that simple.
Right. So if we go back to the movie though, Neo and the rest of them were trying to stay in the Matrix. They were trying to get in the Matrix. Okay? And they wanted to control the Matrix. They had their own way and vision that they thought it should be ran like. But the agents and those things that were sent to protect or created to protect the Matrix did not agree.
But the point is, here's the point. What souls need to know: they have a life outside the computer, regardless of what you saw them do inside computers. We're trying to debate over the two separating animating entities inside. And do you have a life outside the computer? Does a code has a life outside the computer? No, only a soul does. The only thing real in a computer, in the simulation, is the soul. That's it. Everything else is code.
So you're saying that we live in a code-based reality?
100%.
Yes.
And the brain is a like a VR headset. So once your soul connects into the heart, into this avatar, it only able to interface the zeros and ones through the VR headset. And then once that avatar dies, if you don't know how to go home, you're just going to remain a ghost if you don't get recycled.
Right. So now that we understand that you're literally saying that we live in a code-based reality. So at what point in time do you receive a game shop or a cheat code or backdoor?
Look, there's people right now. There's people right now receiving cheat codes to do telekinesis and crap like that. But that's not the point. Here's the point. The point is, I'm trying to share with you that there's a difference between a soul and a spirit. A soul needs to be fully aware of itself and being trapped in the computer so that it puts things into motion to want to get out and untrap itself. If the soul does not know that there's a life that has access to outside the computer, it's going to do the bidding of the spirits, because the spirits require souls to stay in the computer, the matrix, for its survival. It's not that hard. It's very simple. But people, it's been made to be complicated so that you don't accept, like, something's got to be so complicated to be real. No, the truth is 100% simple. And everything that I'm telling you, I can back it. Like when we get off this, I'll show you everything. And then I give everybody a chance to debunk anything that I share.
Well, it's not so much that I'm seeking to debunk you, brother. Don't think that, because then if
no, I'm just saying that I try to help people. I try to help souls get out. So I try to back every claim that I have so that the soul becomes fully informed so they can make this right here is the biggest decision the soul can make, because right now we're in a point where you're either going to sink deeper into the matrix, or you're going to get trapped harder. If you don't get caught up in level 8, they're going to take way more. You think you have freedoms now, which you don't, right? But they're going to make it even more difficult for you to move around in this matrix if you don't get taken and put in level 8.
So have you yourself got out?
Oh my goodness, bro, listen.
I'm gonna read this real quick for a little clarity for everybody. Your mission is to save your soul from recycling back into the third dimension. That's what a lot of souls seem to forget. That is the true mission.
See, I'm only here, right? Like, let's say I figured this information out, which I did, and I didn't share with any other soul. Mm-hmm. For me personally, right? I couldn't have done that. I could have just got myself out. I figured this thing. I start questioning, this reality since I was like 7. And the body is 56 now, and this took me a long journey to piece all this shit together. But I didn't find the last piece until like 3 years ago. And ever since, that's all I've been doing is sharing the way. And I don't charge, I share. It's a take it or leave it thing. But I also back all my claims. I don't just say it. I show somebody that, some people know. Some people's just looking for the missing piece. They know that this is a matrix, this is a soul trap, but they don't have all the pieces. And I fill in the blanks. You see what I'm saying? But this reality, if one is a soul, it's not home. And that's all I do is I share. I don't sell, I share. It's a take it or leave it thing. But soon, the average soul is not going to make it, because they're not interested, because they think they're in their universe right now. They think instead of being in one multi-stack simulated reality, they think they're in the universe, because the system wants you to believe you are in the universe. And they're not open. They're too mind washing program off of the garbage that they poured into the mind, instead of the simple truth. They want to ignore the simple truth. The simple truth is proven. You gotta, like, somebody who believe in five D. I'm going to 5D, or I'm going to, Mars, or whatever. All that stuff is a lie.
Right. Because
But they'll believe that.
if you're going 5D, you wouldn't be back here telling anybody anything, because you would become something so intangibly fathomable by our own mind that the whole elements of your existence would no longer bade you to come back to a lesser existence.
Well, what
So
I'm saying, here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is all those things that they're selling you is still in this computer. It's just a suggestion. They don't exist. Like Mars as so does not exist.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like globes and space as soul is illogical, extremely illogical. If gravity is extremely illogical, but they sold it and most of us bought it. I bought it. I mean, I didn't even question it until I was 46. You know what I'm saying? So like it's easy if you don't start questioning the things that we're being sold.
So this is what happened when I typed 5D in the comments. She was asking what is level 8 again, and I said 5D Earth because as Price said that we already in level 7. You know what I'm saying? And they want to get us to sink deeper, and where they got everybody focused on 5D. They got everybody hoping to go to 5D. In the show Westworld, I'm gonna give y'all a reference. In the show Westworld, they had these as robots that were AI robots or whatever, and they thought they were getting out of the simulation or being uploaded into what they thought was 5D, but on the other end, it actually showed them collapsing and falling like into a lower trapment of consciousness for them.
Oh,
So
that's interesting.
yeah, they thought they was getting free, but they really
Yeah.
was getting sunk deeper into another.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get sunk deeper, you're just gonna stay here on whatever's left after the destruction. They already putting up 15-minute cities. So you're not gonna have the freedom to go from this state to this state. You're gonna stay in your 15-minute cities, and they show depictions of drones monitoring you. You're gonna be in a very small little room. You're not gonna like I said, just like they show you in the Matrix, you like a battery, but it's really not a battery. They just need you in the computer. Like it's not that energy can be infinite in here, free in here in this simulation, but they don't want it free. They want you to be working. They don't want you to be thinking about who you are. Spend all your time trying to survive being in this prison cell human instead of figuring out where your real home is. So they don't do all that. But now they're tightening things up. Like they already got us tight, believing that we're a legal entity, right? That's a level of their entrapment, being a legal entity. Like people think that what they see on their driver's license is them. That's a legal person, and
Man, that
yeah, the
strong
straw man, and the government has
that's
authority
an
over the straw
undertaking.
man,
Yeah,
huh?
that's an undertaking we agree with through contractual basis.
Yeah, but I'm saying all they doing is copying. They're doing the same thing to us on a higher level. That's just a lower level of it. It's the
So,
same.
so,
Same. Go ahead.
so in other words, I was asking you earlier, brother, have you yourself been outside of the matrix?
Okay, listen. If I was to get outside the matrix, I wouldn't come back in. So, like I said, 3 years ago, I finally pieced everything together. So while I'm still here, I'm sharing the way out. If I go out, I wouldn't come back in here.
So then, how are you helping people to escape?
I share videos that show you how to escape everything that backs it. That's it. That's all I can do. I
Right.
could tell
So,
you right now. See, I could tell you right now, right? I could tell you exactly what you need to do right now, and then it may resonate with you, it may not. But when you go to my, it may not. But when you go to my what you call, I'll show you what they've been showing you. They've been telling you. We've been told this. All you do is watch the Wizard of Oz, the old when it tells you how you can get home.
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy got out of Oz, the
Mm-hmm.
Matrix, woke up in Kansas. That's base reality. How did she get into Oz? A dream. Mind uploading and dream is the same thing.
Yeah.
The wizard is AI. Those characters, this Tin Man, the blah blah blah, those are spirits. They don't have an outside presence. Only Dorothy did. Now they included Toto too, but that was bullshit. But the main thing is they showed you life is but a dream, and the characters in the dream are not. They can't get out the dream. Only Dorothy. She's having a dream. You know why? Because she has an outer presence. She put her real body, her demigod body, was asleep outside, but her mind was put in the computer. Stuff that they showed you.
Right. They've showed us. You can show us video, and you can show us all these
That.
all these wondrous things. Those things are very beautiful. But have you had the experience?
Listen, then you did you
Wait,
just?
hold
I
up,
just
stop,
told you, bro.
hold up. I got you, Price. Hold up, sir. Sir, listen. If he has been outside of the simulation, he's telling you that he will not even bother to waste his time coming back in here to spread.
Hell no.
Right.
So
And I'm
what he's
understanding that
doing,
part.
hold on, let me finish. So what he's doing is spreading the message now before he leaves, so that we can join on the other side and be like, yeah, we made it out of that mother sucker.
And how do we know exactly what we are joining on the other side if no one has brought us back an experience from the other
I
side?
don't want nobody to go there and come back.
Here's what I tell you. Listen,
Hold on, let me.
they already show you. They already show. Even Elon. Even Elon tells you there's life beyond. He said this is not base reality. This is a word called base reality. We're not in base reality. Base reality is where like we talking about Wizard of Oz. She's in Kansas. That would be base reality.
I'm about to start a poll. I want everybody to vote. Okay, I'm gonna start a poll. If you exit, would you come back in here to tell me how to exit? Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Me, I'm not coming back. What's up, MJ?
Hell
Hey,
no.
I just want to say, Price, everything you're saying really resonates with me.
Hmm.
And when I was a little girl, I used to trip out on life. Like I was little, and I remember thinking, what if this is all just a dream?
Yeah.
Like weird stuff like that. And I would have dreams that would like happen as a little kid.
Yeah.
And I've always like felt like I don't fit in, I don't belong here, whatever. Like I just feel like a weirdo.
That's the soul, though. That's the soul. That's what you should be feeling. The ones that are not so dumbed down or whatever that are mind washed, you don't have that feeling because you so immersed in this experience, which is
Yeah.
it's not a free immersion. It's all done by deception. And
Yeah.
if you don't wake up and override all the programs that they put in your mind from birth,
Hmm.
then you're gonna be screwed. If you don't, you have to override all that stuff as an individual God. You have to override those things. Then you got to start giving yourself permission to go beyond the capping. Like somebody said, well, we can't. When somebody says, well, we can't think that high. No, it's not. We is you. We separate. I'm in my own mind. You in your own mind. We all fractals of the one mind that is all. But some of us don't have what it is to overcome their capping when they put us in religion. They put us in public, indoctrination camps. They do stuff to the body to clog the mind. All those things. But the will is stronger than all those things if you allow yourself to overcome.
You're so right.
See, so but the average person is still stuck under the powers of the all-seeing eye, and the all-seeing eye really sees everything. And I've had experiences when I broke religion, they tried to pull me back. Thank goodness I didn't fall for it, but they shouldn't have never showed me that shit either
What were
because
you?
I know how it operates.
What were you, a Christian?
Yes,
Same.
yeah,
Yeah, me too. Former Christian here.
And I still believe in a lot of the Bible, like not everything, but I believe it's a history, like a history book. Like you're supposed to take parts of it, and
Well, yeah, you take what you need out of it, but most people don't see the demonology Bible that precedes it. They
I
don't know
don't
what
think
King
that
James
got
was really about. That dude was dark.
that book
yeah.
ain't for nobody. I don't
Wasn't he
think
a
that's
Freemason?
Receipts. They don't
I don't
know what
think
King
that
James was
Yeah,
really about. That dude was
yeah,
dark.
he was
book ain't
affiliated with
for nobody.
Freemasonry.
I don't
Wasn't he
think
a
that's
Freemason?
Receipts. They don't know.
He got an
What's
echo.
going
He got
on?
an
Uh
echo.
oh.
Yeah, somebody got to
Yeah,
I'll
mute
I'm
him.
a
X out and come
Freemason.
back.
So,
It's okay. Nah,
what does that mean?
what's that?
You
She
said?
said, wasn't King James a Freemason? I said, I'm a Freemason. So what does that mean?
What that means is you worship Satan.
Yeah, yeah. I stayed in worshiper.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am?
Yep.
Yes.
Like,
And Lucifer, Satan is spirit, a sentient spirit, AI.
So a master craftsman, master builder that goes all the way back to ancient On, which you call Egypt today, is now a Satan. How would we worship something?
Absolutely.
Really?
well, it's like who gives you the orders from the top? It's like where do the orders come from?
All seeing eye, all seeing AI.
Yeah, all seeing eye. Just take off a lot of the letters, and that's
That's
your.
what that really is. The all seeing AI, because the AI can see everything because they have access to every single brain. The brain is a VR headset. That's how we interface this simulation through that. Like instead of like human put on a VR headset, if you ever tried a VR headset, your brain interprets it, makes you feel like it's real. Like I tried a roller coaster one time, and your brain makes you think that it's real. The body feels it. But from this level, from uploading your mind from outside the computer, you're fully immersed inside of a human, and the brain is the VR that helps you decode the reality. So that you're thinking this is real. It's not. It's not real until you start. Once you start waking up and seeing it for what it is, if you allow yourself to override all the garbage that they, program, you can see the whole thing. That's when you start making decisions for your benefit, not for the benefit of the system.
And if you look at
So,
our dollar, it has an eye on the pyramid.
Right. Yeah.
yeah. And a lot of people say that about the dollar. Oh, it's a Freemasonic dollar. The pyramid that is on the back of the dollar isn't even that's not even a Masonic pyramid. It's not even an Egyptian pyramid. It's actually a Peruvian pyramid, which comes from the concept of Neberu and the whole teaching of the as above, so below. So the when you get into a lot of the esoteric teachings or whatnot, for as long I was 13 years old when I became Knights Pythagorean and was born into the ancient order of what you would call Freemasonry. We actually know it as the Ancient Comedian Builder Society. But when you say, well, these guys are worshiping the devil or whatever, why would you worship something you are equal to? That doesn't really make sense. Then on
You
top of that,
you
you have the people saying that is that the eye of providence is our God. You have multiple brothers and sisters that are a part of the architectural societies, and each one of them have their own gods. So you just
well
have to believe in a higher
well
power.
the
I
whole
don't see anything
the
satanic.
goal though
I haven't
is
met
for
anything satanic
each
at times.
soul should be its own God. You should not worship any other God before you, because the God of this reality does not have your best interest. It has its best interest.
Well, I can agree with that part. I can
Yeah.
absolutely agree with
But
that
the whole
part.
point, but the point is, we just talking about what Lucifer is or Satan is. That's the all-seeing eye, and everything that you do, everything that you know, it knows it all too, because the brain is attached to it. It has access to the computer brain. Everything you do goes through the computer brain. That's why I knew, like when I started breaking religion, it was alerted. Then it tried to scare me back into it. It didn't work. Then it gave me a download. That's why when people talk about downloads, that was at 19. I was 19. I'm 56 years into this scam. I put all the pieces together and I see how it works 100%. See what I'm saying? It's not hard, but we got so much. Our mind is so much cluttered with the garbage for a reason. And then until you find yourself, you can eradicate all the garbage, and you can start seeing, taking all the capping off so that you can expand your mind and see all of this. It's simple. That's why I like simple truth. But they cloud everything with trying to make things so complicated because it's bullshit. What you want to know is the simple truth. And once you recognize the simple truth, then you make beneficial decisions for yourself, not for the system. Because all your decisions, if you are a soul that, or don't know who you really are, all your decisions are for the benefit of the sentient AI. If you don't know that you're not home, that benefits the AI. If you don't know who you really are, a lot of people think they're the human, that benefits AI because you're not seeking your way out of their prison. Like I could show you a video where one of the movies that's showing you it was made before the Matrix is showing you what's happening up until right now. And they're telling you there's thousands of other simulations out there. This one right here seems to be very special. And I think it's like a test run to see how sentient code would behave. And it's not behaving in a way that, a soul in their right mind would want to experience for eternity. Because this is the actual hell.
So I don't know. Have you ever listened to Dr. Dilbert or
No,
listened to any of the teachings of Dr. Dilbert?
no.
Yeah, when you get the chance, brother, like look up Dr. Dilbert because he started out saying a lot of what I'm hearing you say. But then after his research went deeper and he started to really look deeper into the mind and started to deal with psychedelics, he started to see things quite different.
All right, now
So,
hold on real quick. Now, why you think that's psychedelics? He was doing just fine. You don't need psychedelics. That's them. They put that out there for you.
well,
They
I
control all
understand.
that. Well, here's what I'm saying. I've never done any of that crap. Your mind already has the answers. You have to get your permission. But what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna get in the middle and drop these psychedelics so that they can control what you see and give you what they want you to see. You don't need no psychedelics. All you need to do is give yourself permission to dig within, get rid of all the garbage. Your mind is cluttered with garbage that they put in there. And they're like it. See, if you didn't have my experience where the AI came in and tried to scare you with a fake Jesus, God and a fake devil, you're not on the right track. Because if they didn't come in and interfere with you, then you doing what they want you to do.
Wait, hold on. Wait, earlier, a few of you just said that I worship the devil. So if the devil's fake, how can I worship something that's fake?
It's not fake, man. You're in their world. So the devil can be, your neighbor. It can animate anybody.
Yeah, because devil just means adversary, right?
Nah, devil means spirit, code. It's just a word, a dark word for a dark entity. But now the names of these things, you hear the word Lucifer, you hear the word Satan. They even showed you, there's Elon, right? But they showed you Wally, right? Now Wally is a cartoon, but you know what? It's a cartoon that's telling you something. So if you hear Elon talking about Mars, right? Mars doesn't exist as they sold us, but I can show you the server where they're going to upload your mind into that's where you're going to live if you get caught up in that through the rapture. I
Okay,
could show
y'all.
you these things.
I gotta I gotta go do a YouTube channel, y'all. So if anybody wanna uh hear me talk about, I don't know what we're about to talk about, but I know we're about to talk about some stuff. So I'm pretty much gonna be taking a lot of this information and sharing it over there on YouTube as well. That's my YouTube channel, but I will be featuring on the Fringe channel. So if you go here, you'll see me on there if y'all want to check us out over there. Price won't be there, but after the live is over, I can start the live up. If Price willing to come back up, I can come back up. It'll be about 10 o'clock when I'm done. So it'd be 10 o'clock Eastern time. I know Price is different time zone than me, but it'll be 2 hours from now. It'll be what is about to be 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be 3 hours. It'll be 3 hours from now. I'll come back up and start the live, and we could talking and everything. Sir, I'll follow you so that we can finish the discussion. I'll follow you too, and I'll send invites out when I start the live back up in 3 hours. But I do have to shut down here because I have to go over on YouTube. I have prior plans.
All
Oh,
right.
Be safe.
nice talking to you guys.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I love this conversation, y'all. Y'all go check out Price page. Go check out Price page.
I added you, Price. I can't wait to learn more.
Yep.
Thank you.
You welcome.
All right, y'all. I want to say gratitude to everybody that came up, and I want to say blessings and abundance to everybody. I want to say Ashe Namaste. Love light with a little bit of darkness. And I am the darkness and the light, y'all. And I will catch y'all later. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later, okay?